Today, I had as close to a perfect day as I could possibly wish for. If I didn't have anxiety, this is what I'd like every day to look like. I was well enough to get some work done. I had a really fun time playing with the kids. Where's Benton? Where could he be? Benton? I don't know where you are, but that lamp is moving. Benton? Are you back there? There you are!
Dad, move.
Dad, move. Okay, I'll go away. Bye-bye. And I even felt like going for a run, but not outside. Everything out there is completely frozen. Look at that roof. And as I was running on my treadmill in the corner of my dark, messy garage, I got an idea for what to do with the rest of the day. Have you ever heard the phrase, a clean house is a clean mind? Yeah, I gotta admit, it's super cheesy. But, you know, I'm gonna give it a try. This garage has been bothering me for weeks. So I'm gonna A, keep busy, keep myself distracted, and try to get a little bit of organization in here, just to see if it helps take the edge off how I'm feeling. I gotta tell you something that I've learned about myself that's actually pretty important. You see, I am a world champion slow learner. I mean, like, if there's a trophy for how many times it takes something to beat against you before it finally sinks in, I'd have like a dozen of them. But what I've learned, it's taken me a long time, is that in times when I'm feeling good, which is like right now, I'm honestly feeling pretty decent. In the past, I would have just taken off and gone to the beach, watched a movie, spent time with kids, taken a nap, whatever. I would have done anything except for something that would have helped me feel better in the future. In other words, I would not be out here probably organizing the garage in the hopes that having a sense of order would reduce anxiety in the future. I would have put this aside, I would have put it off and just completely thrown it under the carpet. But now I've learned that I have to take advantage of these good times, these sort of like periods between the swells to get stuff done. And so let me tell you, if you have periods where you're actually feeling good and you're not anxious, use those times. Use those times to make a plan and to execute that plan, because otherwise, I'll tell you what, when you're having a really bad panic attack and you're not feeling good, that's the last time in the world you want to do anything constructive or anything that takes patience or work. Oh, and by the way, listening to audiobooks, it helps the time go by faster. Okay, you ready for the big reveal? How's that for underwhelming? And the rest of the garage still looks pretty junky. I mean, just check this out. Not finished at all, but see, here's the thing. I have recently started a daily schedule, like down to the minute of what has to be done when. Because in the past, I would have just kept going. And so, I hate it when like the camera's not squared up to the back surface behind me. There we go, it's better. But I would have kept going and worked probably too late, had dinner too late, gotten to bed way past when I wanted to. And sleep is one of the biggest things for me, like one of the most important factors of my life, so I have to make sure I get that. And by implementing a daily schedule, it keeps me on task, keeps me on track. It makes everything a lot easier. It gives the kids routine, and it makes sure that at night I have time to wind down and get to bed early enough to get plenty of sleep. So, I'm gonna call it quits here, gonna go inside. My daily schedule calls for dinner to happen at 5:30. It's now 5:25, so I've gotta get inside and get ready for that. All right, another day in the books, and I do have to say, it was a good day. It was as close to a perfect day as I've had, probably at least in the last week, maybe even like the last month before my panic attack. And I think a large part of that is due to the schedule I was talking about and making sure I got the right things in at the right time. Because the schedule lets me get plenty of sleep every night, and I know that was the one big thing I was lacking. Like, I got the kids in bed, it's what, 8:50 right now, and my schedule calls for me to be in bed myself at 9 o'clock. Okay, so that's the one thing that the schedule could be tweaked on is I would love to have just a little bit more time before being done with being a dad and having to get to sleep myself. But that's like everything about trying to deal with preventing anxiety is it's all a work in progress. If something works, great. If something could be fine-tuned or changed, then fine-tune or change it. And that's sort of what I'm learning as I go along, is like what's working and what's not. But just in the short term, I'm already starting to see gains, which is making me pretty happy. Like right now, I feel pretty decent. I feel pretty normal, which I'm very grateful for. So, all right, I got to be in bed in 7 minutes, so I'm going to go inside, work on getting down and hitting the hay.